Well, hello and welcome back to Kyle's Garage. I'm Kyle and this is Mr. Chicken. And we got a very special episode for you today. See what's happened here is Mr. Chicken and I, we bought our own dream car. Yes, we did. It is a real deal steel fiberglass American Graffiti 32 Ford Little Deuce Coupe Roadster Sedan Model A Hemi. Yeah, that's right. And we bought it sight unseen from one of those classic car dealers, so we're feeling pretty good about it though. And it's just getting dropped off here shortly, so we're just waiting, and then we'll take a look at it. Oh, and what's that I hear? Sounds like John Milner's pulling up right now. Come on, folks, let's go take a look. Fastest car in the valley is here, everyone. Let's go take a look. I've been saving my nickels and dimes and pennies for one of these cars for a long time. I didn't think I'd ever be able to afford one. And of course I bought it sight unseen, but I bought it from one of those classic car dealers. So, I mean, nobody's ever been ripped off by one of those before. So I think we'll be okay. Feeling pretty good about this. We just got to walk through here real quick. Sorry it's taking so long to get here, but that's just the way things are set up. And, what? What the hell is this? This isn't what I ordered online. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't, I mean, it does have a replica of the license plate from the movie. I'm not sure which movie, but, it's there. But, I mean, the rest of this, it doesn't look anything like the pictures that I was sent. And, you know, I don't know if it was damaged in transit or what, but some of this is actually a little bit rougher than I was expecting. Like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not really what I wanted. You know, I'm actually starting to think that this may not even be a real deal steel American Graffiti 32 Deuce Coupe Roadster Sedan Model A Street Rod. I don't think that's what it is. Like, some of this stuff just doesn't quite look right to me. But you can let me know in the comments what you think this is. A lot of people don't know this, but this show is not scripted in any way. This is really happening right now. And like, I just put my life savings into this car, and it's not what I was expecting. And it does come with a nice, some nice greenery, I guess. But again, I wanted a car, not a greenhouse. And like, I'm just looking at like the condition of this headlight here. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. But I mean, it is symmetrical, so maybe it is. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments. This is how you like to find them, folks. Right out of the manure pile and into my driveway. You know, needs a little WD-40 on that fuel door though, but it'll come back around, I'm sure of that. You know, we can't be too upset. Things are looking up. They really are. Like, it could be a lot worse. We got most of the bumper here, and it even comes with the trailer hitch. We can tow the camper, and that'd be fun. Have a look in here, and wow, look at all that mouse nest. This is amazing. You know, a lot of these classic car dealers, they'd clean that out or they'd charge you extra, but I got all this included with the car for free. Well, let's pop the hood and take a look at this fire-breathing Hemi. First impressions here is this ain't no Hemi. You know what I think this is? I think this is one of those L6 motors that everybody's using nowadays. But take a look at this tag here, and it does say it has been rebuilt, so that's good. But gee, this thing hasn't been maintained very well, and okay, this is just some classic car used car lot flippery nonsense. They wired the fuel injector back on. It was busted off, and they they wired it back on to make it look more complete. And they certainly fooled me. I don't even know what carburetor this is, but it's off a tractor or something, I think. It's not the correct one for this this unit. Let's have a look at the oil though. Oh wow, look at how clean it is. Gee, that looks amazing. At least you know they took good care of it. I'd hate for water to get inside the engine, you know? So I somewhat optimistically thought I'd try to crank the engine over just to see if it was possible. And originally I tried using the hand crank, but the bumper is a bit too mangled to get it in there. And so after messing around with this for way too long, I decided to switch over to just using a pry bar off the crank. But yeah, I wasn't quite ready to give up on the crank just yet, but here we are trying to use the pry bar, and we couldn't get it to move with that either. So I think what the problem is this engine just has like so much compression. It's just I just can't turn it over by hand, you know? I think that's what the problem is. Let's see what this side of the super duper high compression L6 has to offer us. Not looking like a whole lot, but the good news is there's a whole lot of mung trapped in here that needs to be scraped out. We can look forward to that. And it doesn't really take a whole lot of imagination to see how the headlights got destroyed. And over here we have some classic fatigue cracks that have been expertly repaired. Very good to see. You know, I'm normally Mr. Positive, but I'm having a real tough time coming up with anything positive to say about this car so far. But I suppose if there's anything at all, I will say that the interior is in better shape than the jacket that I'm wearing. We may even have to steal some of this material for a jacket splice coming up. So it's got that going for it at least. It's not all bad. It doesn't always have to be all bad. You gotta look at the bright side. And I don't know how many miles are on this thing. Let's see here. 41,000. Those are 41,000 hard miles though. I doubt it's 140. These cars got driven hard. And just a little, I think we're starting to understand some things here. Possibly why this car was parked. Somebody started taking the top off the transmission, so that's not very good. Not a good sign unless somebody was just bored, but clutch is also stuck to the floor. Look at all the history in here. And I know what you folks are thinking. And yes, it's true. This smells as good as it looks. Really, this is exactly how you want to find them, you know? Amazingly well preserved, considering. Well, you know, I was feeling pretty down about getting ripped off on my latest purchase there. So I did what most people do when they're feeling upset. I went online on the internet there and I decided to do some research and try and figure out what exactly I had. And it turns out it's actually a 1935 Chevy Master sedan. And so that was really interesting to find out. I decided at this point that, instead of just really getting angry and upset, what we were going to do is we were going to make the best of a bad situation, and we're going to start sprucing the car up a little bit and cleaning it up and seeing what we could do. We're not restoring it, but we can certainly make the best of a bad situation, and this is a good lesson for all you folks out there as well who have been ripped off in the past. I found these taillights in the back of the car. First good thing I've actually found. I don't know what they're from. So if you know, let me know in the comments. If you don't know, then don't let me know in the comments. Kind of neat. Yeah. Sometimes you find good stuff. I had to buy a whole car to get these though. Oh yeah, the dome light. So cleaning out all the garbage in the car, minding my own business, rummaging around, and what do I see? Perfect dome light lens. Talking absolutely flawless. And why is that such a big deal, you ask? Well, I take it over to this blue car behind me, and this blue car, the dome light lens is cracked. Hold it up, exact same dome light lens. Unbelievable. So suddenly this went from a total disaster to, you know what, feeling a lot better now. Things are working out. This is good. So just having another look at the engine here, and I found this. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera or not, but you can actually see there's this block was windowed and somebody's welded it back up at some point. So it's pretty impressive repair there. And if we can get the camera through here, you can actually see where it melted the rebuild tag while they were welding. So this happened after it was rebuilt. And keep in mind, this car only has 41,000 miles on it, so it's had a hard life. I really didn't think this through because now I gotta move this thing over here and play junk Tetris and somehow clear out a space, and yeah, this is gonna suck. So I'm standing around by myself trying to figure out how I'm going to get the car in the garage, right? And at this point I was ready to throw in the towel. I really thought we were dead in the water. And all of a sudden, I hear the sound of an exhaust leak, and here comes Chevelle Towing, save the day once again. So huge shout out to Chevelle Towing, amazing work, and really, bailed me out on this one. So everything's going great, according to plan. Car is going in the garage. We're pushing it, and just couldn't ask for things to work out better. All of a sudden, disaster strikes. I'm talking total meltdown. So we're using an old tire in between the car and the Chevelle because we didn't want to damage the bumper on the 35, right? And so, yeah, it's going great. All of a sudden, the tire falls out. I'm talking gone. So it was touch and go there for a second, but thanks to quick thinking on part of our team here, we were able to get the tire relocated and back between the bumpers. We were able to get the car moved back in and all the way into the garage without any further damage. But I tell you, I've been in this business a long time, and that's as close as you ever want to get to damaging one of these classics. It was close. It was real close. Well, big day has finally arrived, everyone. Much anticipated jacket giveaway. Yeah, we're finally doing it. We're finally giving away our jacket. We hit 50,000 subscribers, and this was the prize, my horrifically disgusting smoking jacket. So, what we're going to do is we're going to fire up the old Commodore 64, and we're going to randomly select one of your comments from my previous video there. And whoever wins, we'll put my email in the description of this video, and you can send me an email, and I will get this mailed out to you. It is technically a biohazard, so it may or may not be able to travel across the border, but I'll do my best to get this jacket to you. I can't guarantee it'll get there, but I will try. Yes, I will. Okay, so the way we're gonna handle this here is we got one of these, I just searched YouTube random comment picker, and we're gonna click on this here and hope that it does something. Hold on here, I might need to figure out how this works. Okay, so I tried to enter all this in here, and it's telling me that they want me to upgrade to premium to in order to make this work. So that's kind of a rip-off. So anyways, don't use commentpicker.com because they're just trying to grind you. Let's pick a winner. Let's try this one here. Okay, so we're gonna copy the link of our video here. This is the contest announcement video, and we'll just plug it into here. And I don't understand what this is all about. Alright, looks like we got 662 comments to pick from, so let's pick a winner. Okay, Steve, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing names, but he says, as a Steve myself, I am thoroughly ashamed on behalf of my Steve clan. Glad you know better than to take comments like that seriously. Kyle, I'm going to just make a mock-up. That's me. Kyle, proceeds to make what other channels would paint and call done. Edit 3. Jag me please, and I'm in Canada, no border hassles. Oh, right on, buddy. Okay, Steve, you are the winner of our big jacket giveaway. So how this is going to work is I'm going to put my email in the description of the next video. So if anybody doesn't know, the description is just usually underneath the video. You have to be on either your mobile phone or regular old computer in order to see the description, and you can just click on more, and there's a whole bunch of links and junk in here. So what I'll do is I'll put my email right here, and Steve, you can send me an email and well, I guess send me your address and whatever, and I will get the smoking jacket sent out to you. And looks like you're in Canada, so we shouldn't have any issues with the border, but yeah, my email will be right about here, and you can get in touch with me. I won't reply to your comment on this video saying that you won, or any other comments. If somebody's replied to your comment and says you've won, it is a scammer, so just ignore them. We already covered that, but there's still people messaging me every day saying they've won, and it's a scam. So yeah, our big winner of the jacket giveaway is Steve, so congratulations, buddy. And yeah, send me an email and we'll get that jacket sent out to you. Well, now that we got this thing freshened up and moved inside, let's just take a quick tour here and see what we have to work with. It doesn't really look like a whole lot. We got lots of dings and dents in the various body panels. Unfortunately, the molding along the running board is quite poor and jammed full of screws, which it's not supposed to be. So that's garbage. And what else do we got here? This fender's definitely got some damage to it. Rolled up here, cracked here. Looks like something's going on here. And somebody's added some extra bracing in here. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Oh well. So the floor in this car is substantially worse than the floor in my other two cars. Actually, overall, this thing is quite a bit rustier. It looks like it has a floor, but there's nothing there. And yeah, it's rotted all the way back into here. I think the trunk floor is okay, but the rest of it's not great. It's rotted under the seat too. The front toe boards are intact, but those are the easy parts to make. So the easy part is there, but the part that's actually, you know, more difficult is non-existent. So, oh well. Unfortunately, this car would have survived a lot better if somebody hadn't busted out all the glass. They busted out the back windows, and yeah, it just filled with junk and rotted the floors out. So that's kind of unfortunate, but people are stupid and they wreck stuff. So it's just, if this car is nice, it wouldn't be here. Lots of fun stuff going on back here. And the car was last on the road in 1955, and just by the looks of the work that's been done to it, this thing, somebody is doing everything they could to keep this car on the road, which is kind of impressive. Not great if you're actually wanting to fix this, because there's a lot of hokey stuff going on, but it's just cool to see what people did back then. I got a big dent in the fender here. And it looks like it's KO'd in here as well. Again, unfortunately, this molding is shot, quite wrinkly. And another look at the floor here. Garbage. It's one of those floors where it kind of gives you hope that, you know, it's good, but then you go to step on it and you fall through, and yeah, not great. Of course, these cars are wood structured, and all the wood has gone away on us, which allowed us to have the quick release door feature, which was an option on these cars. Well, not really an option. It came standard with them. After 90 years, your doors fall off. This fender is quite badly damaged. We may try to kick this fender out a little bit. Let me know if you want to see the video on getting this mess straightened out. We might do that next. And yeah, I don't know what else is going on here. Not a whole lot. Oh, the tie rod is bent quite badly. And I'm not sure if, I'm hoping the spindle isn't bent, but that might be. It looks like somebody kicked this in while they were pushing the car around, unfortunately, at some point in the past. I don't quite understand what's happening with the hood ornament here. It's like it broke off, and then they took part of the hood ornament from another car and screwed it on there. It's kind of interesting. What else do we got? So this is something I didn't realize, this master emblem. So on this car, it's on the passenger side, and on this car, it is on the driver's side. But what I always assumed with this car is that this is just something off a later car that somebody tacked onto it. But now that it has the exact same emblem on that car, I'm wondering if this this wasn't something that came on Canadian cars maybe. Both these cars were built in Canada, so there's a few differences from the American cars. And when I search out pictures of these cars, none of the American ones have this emblem on there. So again, that's why I thought this was just something somebody had tacked on when they restored this car, but maybe this was factory, I don't know. Another weird feature on this car is that it only has one trunk handle. My other car has two trunk handles, and the car in the backyard also has two trunk handles. So this was a bit of a mystery. Originally, I thought somebody had taken a trunk lid off of a newer car and put it on, but I started looking at pictures again, and some of these cars, they have two, and some of them only have one. So they must have changed it partway through. Now again, both these cars are built in Canada. Well, all three of my cars are built in Canada, and they're all built within a couple thousand units of one another. This car and the car in the backyard are older, and this is the newest in the line. But so they must have changed it partway through. I think 36 only had one handle, so they must have decided to change it partway through. And because these cars are built in Canada, our production was quite a bit lower than in the States, so our cars got changed a lot sooner than the ones in the States, I guess, based on whatever parts they had laying around at the factory. If anybody out there knows how many 35 Masters were built in Canada, I'd like to know. I do already know how many of these were built, like overall, like worldwide, but I can't find any numbers as to how many were built in Canada. I'd be curious to know. I mean, we've got three of them now, so we know there's at least three out there, but yeah, weird things that don't really matter. By some miracle, the headlight lenses on this car haven't been busted out or damaged in any way. So those lenses are going to be getting put into this car here because this car has a sealed beam conversion, which looks pretty cheesy. And I don't drive this car at night very often, so looking cool is more important than seeing where I'm going, essentially. So we'll be transferring these over to here at some point, and it'll make the front of this car look a lot better in my eyes. Unfortunately, this car really, it has the worst rust out of all three of my cars. The door bottoms are completely gone. And this door here, the driver's door, is KO'd in pretty good. And the bottom's rotted on it too, so it would need a skin, I guess, if you were insane enough to want to restore it. So as a big hotshot social media influencer now, it's really tempting, you know, to run the previous owner's name through the mud and get all my followers to go harass the guy because this car was so grossly misrepresented, you know, and it's missing a couple body mounts too, I'm pretty sure. But you know, I'm gonna take the high road here, and I'm not gonna do that. You know why I'm not gonna do that? Because I know that this car, it had a lot of sentimental value to the previous owner, and I know when you're sentimental about something, it kind of clouds your perspective and your judgment of something, and you kind of lose sight of what it really is. And I don't think it's his fault that, you know, he misrepresented this car. I really don't. I think it's just one of those things again where the car just meant so much to him that he didn't really realize what it really was. So that's okay. It's ended up here now. We're going to move on from this. We're going to continue to grow, and we're going to set a positive example. You know, we're not going to let this bring us down. We are going to turn a negative into a positive. And if the previous owner is watching this, don't worry. I'm going to make sure that your old car here gets all the love and care and attention that it deserves. So for the rest of you watching out there, we got some fun stuff coming up on this car in the next couple weeks. I got a few things planned for it. It's not an official build. It's just kind of a fun little side project while I sit and let the chicken truck kind of ferment and decide where we're going with that. So I just needed some filler. I just needed something quick, easy, fun. And this is going to be quick, easy, fun. And some of you might enjoy it. Some of you might hate it. And that's okay. You know what? That's okay. But there you go. 35 Chevy Master 4-door sedan. Blue car, and the car in the backyard needed a friend. This is my car from the last depression for the up and coming depression. So we're trying to stockpile parts for it so we can keep this thing on the road when they decide that we're not allowed to drive cars anymore, because this thing will run on anything that's combustible. So good to have spare parts around. All right, well, let me know in the comments what you would do with this fine specimen of an automobile. I'm curious to hear your perspective on the situation. Also, I just want to let everybody know that this coming Sunday, the 29th of September, at noon, 12 o'clock p.m. Saskatchewan time, we are going to attempt to do a live stream. We'll go for an hour or so and just answer anyone's questions that they have. It's getting to the point now where I can't keep up with all the comments and emails and messages and whatever that I get. It's just either I'm working on cars and making videos, or I'm responding to emails and comments. So it's one or the other. I can't do both at the same time. So I thought we'd do a live stream so that anybody who has a question or wants to say something has a chance to say it. So yeah, Sunday the 29th of September at 12 o'clock p.m. Saskatchewan time, we will try to do a live stream. So if you want to stop by, I will be there. Maybe the cats will be too. I don't know. They don't like it when I do live streams. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel and help us continue doing this nonsense, please consider becoming a patron of the show over on Patreon, or you can send us a donation via PayPal or Super Thanks here on YouTube. We also have the membership thing on YouTube turned on now, so you can go that route. It is very much appreciated to all the folks who have donated or contributed to the channel in some way. It really does help me to continue to do this nonsense and fix up these old junkers and customize them and whatever else we're doing in that present week. So thank you to all those folks, and thank you as well to everyone who's been watching. I'm not a very good salesman, so I'm not even wearing my own merch right now, but thanks to those of you who have bought a t-shirt or a sticker. And if you would again like to support the channel and maybe get something in return, you can check out our website, www.carterautorestyling.com. We have t-shirts and stickers available, and you can buy one and you can wear it or put a sticker on something or whatever you want to do. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. We'll be tinkering away on the 35 Chevy parts car or whatever it is. We'll be knocking out some dents or cutting something up or having some fun. All right.